Okay, so now we start with our project work where I'm assuming that you're ready with your CSV files, that is, you're ready with your topic, and you know that on what basis you want your data analytics project to work. Right. So I'll give you an outline of how we are going to work with it. And for that, I have a project on human trafficking. I mean, the analytics data on human trafficking. So that data I have in my G drive, and if I show it to you, it's a CSV file, which is just a second. Yes, this one. Okay, so I am opening it in the Excel format itself as of now. This has basically.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So this is data that I've downloaded, and it talks about the figures of human trafficking in terms of various age groups. Males below 18, females below 18, males above 18, females above 18. Okay. And it's as per all the states of our country. States and union territories both. Okay. So at the end, you have the totals also. So this is the data on which we will try to work. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind that these are going to be my column names, right, of the data frame. This data will be converting into the data frame. My state will become my index, and then other columns will be, or other headings will be my columns, right? Now, make sure that you are aware of the cases, uppercase, lowercase thing, because when we are searching on the basis of a column name, when we are searching on the basis of a row index value, the case thing is important. If it's M capital, B capital, rest all small, it has to be like that only. Okay. So either you have all the data converted into uppercase or all these terms converted to lowercase. That is your wish. Okay. As of now, we are not doing that code in Python where we ourselves convert every input into a concerned case. Okay. So that part we can add later. As of now, we stick to what we have in the way we have it in our CSV. We will follow that particular format of the text itself. Okay. So this is my data, and this is my project file. Let me open that, the code basically. Yeah. Okay. So this is how the thing is going to be like. It's multiple menus with submenus, menu within another menu item like that. And then in every item we are doing certain things. Okay. Now, because a project is like a summation of what all you have learned in the past 2 years, and that you try to project through the project work, that yes, I understand and I'm able to implement the concepts I've learned. So I've tried to include like basic statistics also. I'm able to display with my data, with my program, and what all other things, like we have learned how to work with the records of the data frame. We have learned how to work with the columns of the data frame. We have learned about charts. We have learned about searching information from a particular column or a particular row. So all that we've tried to include in the project. Okay. One thing is there that data visualization aspect of your project is important. At least 2 graphs should be there. Okay. Line and bar category, because for your histogram, your data has to be something concerning frequency, then only you can project it. Otherwise, you have to convert the data first into a frequency concerned data by doing summarizations and all, which we have not learned actually as per the syllabus cut. Okay, so basic display of line chart, graph chart, bar chart and all can be easily done based on a numeric data. So that's why I said that you should always have one numeric field at least in your CSV file, at least, so that data we can project. More than one is very well and good. We can have various options of display. We can have the user tell me that, okay, this is the data I want to display. Or in the line chart, we can have multiple displays also. Okay. So whichever way you want to project it, that is completely your own understanding and your own way of doing it. But at least 2 charts should be there. Okay. More, there is no issue in that, right? So what is the basic format you see here? That of course we go by the 2 imports which I need, one pandas and one matplotlib, followed by the basic rule which is covering my entire program from top to bottom. That's the whole while loop. Okay. What was that we learned about while true? We said that this being true, the loop keeps on continuing, the execution doesn't come out of it until unless we give him a break. Okay.
A false
So
statement discloses the second condition.
the false statement has to be the break here. I mean, as such, there is no false statement I'm putting here as such. Condition ही नहीं है तो false नहीं हो सकता because this is a permanent true written here. So how will it come out of the loop? When you are pressing, when your code is executing as a break statement, and that we have included in the option 8. Okay, so if I move down this one, elif ch is equal to 8, then you break. Okay, so choices you're taking initially, and based on the choices, you're doing the work. What are those choices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ch is a variable where I'm accepting the input, and then based on the choices, if choice is 1, then I do something. If choice is 2, then I have another set of menu displayed, and based on that, I'm doing the work. So it's like a sub menu. Out, your indent goes back. If the choice is 3, within the choice 3 also have another set of a loop working, another set of menu options. Again, for choice 4, I have another set of menu options. For choice 5, I have another set of menu options. Based on that, we do the work. Okay. And then my choice 8. 6, 7, 8. I mean, like everywhere we have some or the other sub menu working. Okay. So independently, we go choice by choice. You also make the structure choice by choice. First, when you start, I will just tell you how to go about it. Don't feel scared by the entire structure, that it's so huge. How will I go? So first is you start with the menu, which is common for everybody, right? So I go by import, then I have my while true, and then I have my menu. This menu is almost similar to everybody. The only thing which you can make as a different thing is that here I have done that there is an option to take the CSV and put it into a data frame, that is fetch data. I've taken it as an option. So like it's important for you to do this first option when you start the program. Otherwise, nothing else will work because data frame uske paas nahi hoga. What you can do is at the maximum, you can remove this particular option and start from statistics itself as the menu. Let this, because this I need to do. Without this, I'm not able to do anything else. So they take this as a common thing above the menu, that when the moment the program starts, then in that case, this is done. Okay. So that also you can do. Otherwise, you can follow this pattern. There is no issue in that as such. Same pattern also you can follow. जैसा मैम ने कराया वैसे हमने कराया, something like that. Okay. But इसमें what you have to be careful about, like when I kind of run this code, or it'll take some time to import both the files for the first time. It executed 6 money. Okay, chalo, hone do isko. So we have this, you start with it. Okay, it's come now. Right? So it is a menu displayed. So this is the first loop executing. Can you see that? I mean, first time the loop is executing. So the menu comes, this part is done. Now it is asking for the choice. So this is the first choice you're asking for. Now I supposedly, to start my work, I have to give him choice 1 because that will fetch the CSV, convert it into a data frame, and then that is available to me throughout the program. Okay, so in choice 1, you can display a message. I should have also done it, that data frame created successfully. That means yes, my data frame is ready. Okay. Now after choice 1, what happens? None of the elifs are executed. directly back to while true. Right? This we understand. We have done in our practical files also last 7 days ago. Right? So enter choice. Now we start with the suppose second choice. So choice 2. So that means he is here. Choice equal to true. Okay. Now within this, I again go and display the menu. So choice 2, when I enter, I will have my statistics menu displayed. Just a second, I have to reduce the size of the window, make it more visible. Okay, right? So I'm saying choice 2 के basis पे I'm getting this particular menu. Okay. Now please be careful about the indent. So if this is the body of the if choice 1, so this goes little inside. Elif is back to my if structure. So indent is back. Now while is within this elif, so it is inside. This print is within the while, so it is again further inside as per the indent. Okay. So here I display this entire structure to him, entire menu to him. So that comes to me. Now again, it is asking for my choices. Suppose I want to see all the column names. So इसमें क्या है? These are simple commands only. Transpose the name of your data frame, whatever name you have given here. So now I'm using this particular data frame name only. .t. That will give me the transpose. Column names, dot columns, indexes will be displayed by dot index. Shape, dimension, endim, data types of all the columns, D types, and size of the data frame, that is with the dot size. So all these options we understand, and we have done it also. So one by one, just with an if structure, we do it and we get the thing. Suppose I want to see all the indexes. So choice 3, all the indexes are displayed. My state names are my indexes. Back to the same menu because now it is executing in this loop. ठीक है? बाहर के while loop के अंदर है, and then now it is inside the nested while loop. Okay. When will it come out of this while loop? When will it come out of this while loop? When it gets this break. So when I go for this 8th option, then it will be back to my previous while loop, previous menu. Right? So I go about saying, suppose I want to see the shape. So this menu ke andar you keep on doing whatever you want to do. So this is the shape. I want to see the size. The size is 7. So I have the 7 thing done. So it will keep on doing it. I want to come out now, 8. So I move out back to my main menu. The previous one was data statistics menu. This one काम कर रहा था in this value. Okay. So I'm back from that. When I press this 8th option, I give them the 8th option and the choice becomes 8. Then I come out of it as I've given a break statement here. Now back to the first structure ka choice. Okay. Now to make it convenient in these kind of cases, what do we do actually is like the first outermost choices, we keep the variable as ch. Okay. And then whenever I'm like in choice 2, so my variable name is ch2. So ch2, when you are checking and you have done a portion of it, and then you know, okay, this is my choice 2 of the main menu. Okay. Similarly, when I'm in choice 3, I name my variable as ch3. You can follow any other convention also, there is no problem. But I'm telling you that this is how we have to do it for any kind of a software which we are working upon. Otherwise, after some time, we only will get confused. So many choices. And if I try to keep the name random, I will not be able to make it out. Now, at any point of time, there's some error coming. So I know, okay, choice 3, ch3 it is talking about, that means it is in this structure only. There's some problem here. Okay, now choice 3 is what? I have the records menu. Okay, in records menu, what we have tried to do? Top 5 records, which is head. Bottom 5 records, which is tail. Specific number of records, what you want to display from the top. So when you do that, you ask from the user how many records you want to display from the top. That you take as input and then use that in head. Simple. The codes are simple as such. Majority in the majority of the options. Head. So whatever the user has given as n, 10 records, 15 records, 5 records, 7 records, whatever, those many will be displayed. Similarly, from the bottom, I accept it and I display it in the tail. Then a particular state ka record chahiye, hai na? So some state specific I want. So that I accept from the user, and then in order to display, now you have to imagine in terms of how we have learned it in data frame, that I want to display my data. Index is coming to me, and based on the index I want to display, which is LOC. Right? Column names के लिए हम direct square brackets use कर लेते हैं, that is easier. But for this it is LOC. So human dot LOC square brackets ST, which is the state name, which is my index. So based on that, I will get this data, right? Let me show you that option also. So third menu, sub menu में आ गए. Now top 5 records. Okay, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, top 5. Bottom 5, so I go for 2. Okay, Delhi, Lakshadweep, Puducherry, total and total, because these are also part of the data frame, total union territories ka data and total all India ka data. So that is part of the data frame itself. Okay, so these two are last 2 columns and then the upper 3. Okay, now I want specific number of records from the top, this particular thing to be done. So third option, how many records you want from the top? Suppose I want 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 record display. Okay. Details about, yes.
Ma'am, in total, how many rows are needed?
I said at least 5.
Like, yes, ma'am, maximum.
Maximum 15.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Maximum 15, not more than that. Then it becomes difficult to, take, if it's you're displaying the whole set also, then screenshots also will be difficult. Now scroll kar jayega.
Yes, ma'am.
So 15 maximum. Otherwise, it could be 10. Columns should be less because we plan to insert records. So column jitna kam hoga utna better. Okay, fine. Then comes details of a specific state. Specific state, when I go for, so I have to give the state name. Again, if it is G capital, if I want Gujarat, so it has to be with G capital. If I give a small G, it will not work because it's index, no? Name, same magic, format has to be same. So this is it. Only Gujarat's data in a columnar structure is shown to me. Okay, so this is just the implementation of what all you have learned throughout your pandas learning through a project. Okay, so all this in the record menu, then comes the this is all display, and then working on records is insert a specific state record, delete a specific state record, update a specific state record. Now here, because of this particular thing, if you have your number of columns less, so input kam lena padega, okay, when you're inserting or updating. Otherwise, a lot of data needs to be taken. It takes time. That is why I said less number of columns. Okay, so here, like, enter a state name followed by, and obviously the number of states I have in my country, only those data will be there. But as such, when you talk about your data, it could be like year-wise data, which is year names are my row indexes. So it could be one new year data being added up. Whatever, depends upon what data you're taking. Some new movie name, some new game name, some new virus name, whatever. Okay. Here, though it's not applicable state name, there'll not be any new state as such in my country. It happens, yeah, new state comes up. So that way, that can be changed then. Okay, so enter state, the whole new record is being entered. Right, Sara data liya, then what is the method? LOC. Human.loc, this A is my index. So that is a state name. You can see that. And rest in square brackets are my values in sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. First is males below 18, females below 18, males above 18, females above 18. That is how my data is. And then we have this message displayed that yes, my data has been successfully inserted, because this really doesn't show me anything. So just to ensure that yes, my work has been done, we add these kind of print statements in between. Then it is deletion, state name which you want to delete. So drop name of the state. We are going by single state at a time, single key at a time. We know that we can do it multiple keys also, but we are going by single key. Okay. And then I am not asking for a confirmation. Like first I don't go for a in place equal to true. So that's a, you can say, non-permanent deletion. Then you kind of go for a confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. If yes, then you execute this command with in place equal to true. That also can be done if you want to. Okay, but here I've gone once, I'm not giving any confirmation. गलती से दिख दिया तो भी चला गया वो data, because you can't get it back once deleted. Right that. So next one is your updation. Updation maybe now the whole record updation we are doing. I have not done individual updation wala option. That would have made the code complex. So pura row ka data can be updated in one go. And if it's like only this data is changing, rest are same. So again, you have to add it. Right? So that way, just try to keep it as simple as possible. Right? So this way, the record updations are done. Coming down to the column updations, insert a new column. Yeah, Samyukta now. Insert a new column means you're going to add the entire column data, right? Now, entire column data means if there are 15 rows, you have to add 15 values. Correct?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
so that way, try to keep number of rows and number of columns chota. That is the only thing I want to say. So that these kind of entries and deletions are, entries becomes easy, because the more input you talk about, then while testing, you'll have more errors, all those kind of issues. Okay. And what I did was, I just said, okay, new column, because I had all 27 states, and whatever the number is. So I don't want to add a new a column, because so many values to be entered. So I just wrote not allowed, because 4 figures are there. So column not allowed. Okay. But in your case, whatever is applicable, you might say a row is not allowed, or you might say a column is not allowed, or both are allowed. There is no issue with that. But the options have to be given. Insertion and deletion I've given. Updation again I've not given. Okay. And column deletion also, here I've taken it temporarily, because while testing, if I would like delete once or twice, my data will finish up. Okay. But first should be temporary. Okay. With the print statement, so that the data is displayed also. इसमें output आता है ना when you do it temporary वाला, right? So add a print statement here, and then you can have a confirmation that do you want to delete it? Take an input on that, y or n. So if choice is y, then go for the drop with in place equal to true. कहीं एक जगह पे you can implement that, either here or either at the row. Fine. Then comes the 6th menu from the main menu. That is the search. Search for a specific state, because mine are states applicable, and search for a specific column. Okay. So column means this is the tarika after accepting the column name. And for states, we have done it earlier also in the row record LOC ke saath. Okay. Then comes the last one, that is your visualization. Visualization, I think histogram also I did not do. I wrote thinking here, because I did not have any histogram data as such. So what I did was I did line plot, vertical bar, horizontal bar. This we can do easily. Histogram, if you have some kind of a frequency data in it, keep it. Otherwise, you can leave it like this also, or you might not put the choice to, because I'm giving you 3 graphs here, which is more than enough. Okay. So data visualization is this part. From here, you can pick up. I'll share the code. You can go through that also, and then accordingly manipulate as per your need. Okay. But I'll just take few more minutes. What is important is that how do you start doing it? Okay. So that is what I was telling you here. What you do is you start with this part. Okay. Then accept the choice. That much thing we do. Just a second. Where is my other file gone? Just a second. This is the main program. So like this much we do, this much we do. यहाँ तक जैसे हमने किया, ठीक है? इतना रखा पहले. So इतना किया, right? Now choice 1 को एक बार try कर लेना है, correct? So what we can do is like once it is ready, एक बार देखने के लिए we just do print human or whatever is the data frame created. Okay, then we go back. Elif choice equal to 8, because I want to come out of that thing also properly and break. Okay, so keep the structure ready and then start adding the options one by one. Okay, don't go by doing it in one go. That will be difficult. So like if I do this much, and I execute, So what will it do? It will display me the whole data. Take the first choice, whole data displayed. Okay, so first choice is working, data frame created, and it has been displayed properly in the form of data frame itself. It has been picked up. And now exit. So my exit is also working. Okay, one thing is done. Now go to the second choice. So back structure, you have to be very careful. You should be able to understand the structure well. While ये सारा while के अंदर है, if ये portion if के अंदर है, elif second choice लिया हमने. So now elif ch is equal to 2 colon enter. Right now I need a menu for my choice 2. Choice 2 is data frame statistics. So I have the whole thing. So what you do is you can copy paste also. I say control C and I take and paste it here. Obviously the indentation has to be done. The easy way to indent is you take this whole structure and one level indent. It can be easily done by, like, otherwise if you do it individually, एक line पे जाओ and press tab na. So here indent and the whole structure moves inside by one go, one level basically. Okay. Now this is choice 2. So this is not my main menu. This is my data frame statistics menu. So उसके बाद content को change करो and go by the choices one by one. अच्छा क्या क्या करना है choice में delete कर दो so that you don't get confused, है ना. इस portion को delete कर दो. So structure is ready with you. Whatever options you want to have here, transpose and display of indexes, size, whatever we have done in the attributes of a data frame, है ना. Exit will be same, right? So this is ready. Now choice also I want, but here you will change the choice variable name to be choice 2. Okay. Then you will start if ch2 is equal to 1. In this case, the automatic indent it gives me, so no problem. I know that okay, I've reached my if के inside. ठीक है. So इसके choices सारे ready करा and one by one check करते गए उसको. Right? Then move on to the third choice, main menu का. So proceed like this, then you will not have problem. If you try to do the whole structure in one go, then you might get confused and land up into so many errors that you will not be able to handle it. Am I clear with the thing? Anybody wants to ask anything?
Ma'am, how do we take the screenshots?
Okay, so I'll tell you how to take the screenshots also of the code. Just give me a minute. This is it, right? So what we do is that this whole thing you can copy
And we
paste onto
need
your
to
Word file.
import graphs also.
Yes, of course. Graph is a very important part of the project. Without the graph, your project is incomplete. Rest तो हमने extra चीजें डाली. Main is the visualization only. Okay. Now, when you talk about, yeah, I mean, taking the screenshot. So you go, first is the code. Okay. So the whole code can be copy pasted properly from here. So you keep a Word file open. Okay. We keep a Word file open. There you will have your first page as introduction. Then you will have, you know, the CSV thing, introduction of the project and introduction of the name of your project and made by. Wo structure I think I had. I have not sent you. I'll send you that structure. Okay. Like this first page, then I move on to the second page. Okay, like this. So here when you have the code, this page पे आपको code करना है. So my code is going to be this page, and then you have the whole code pasted from here. Okay, try to have a color print out of this so that it's very clear. So I kind of select the whole thing, Control C, that is simple, and I come and paste it here. So code I got. Okay. One thing is this. Sorry, you will not have it as colored unless you take screenshots. So you can take screenshots also if you want to. That takes time. This is easier actually. थोड़ा सा font बड़ा कर लेना. Times New Roman में 12 is okay. Fine. Then comes the screenshots. So next page, your screenshots will start. Now what you do is you name the screenshots. The first one is main menu. Right. So main menu ka you take the screenshot and display it here like that. So I go to this part. Not this one. Okay, and I run it. Fine. Print screen. Print screen is a key on your laptop or desktop, whatever, on your keyboard basically. And then you say Control V, right? And then you go picture format and you crop. There are other ways of cropping too, whichever you feel comfortable with, you can do. So just take this much part initially and place it like this. Okay. Okay. Now second, option one. So if you just define it, option one of main menu, option two of main menu, then you go to the second menu option, uska menu display kara, then option one of that, option two of that, like that. Or else if it is like the statistics menu, we can go in one go also. They are not too big an output. Few things can be displayed in one go also. Jitna le sakte hain. Oh, I didn't fetch the data, so see, it doesn't work because it doesn't have the data, right? So make sure you first always go for the first option if you're doing it like this. Otherwise, usko menu ke bahar hi create the data frame first. Otherwise, one has to be done, otherwise it will not work. Okay. So here you take transpose. Transpose obviously is bigger, so it doesn't. So every time you don't have to take the menu. Okay. Once main menu displayed, next time onwards, don't need to take the menu. Just specify the option and do the option output. Similarly, submenu also, once you have displayed the statistics menu, no need to show that again and again. So this is my transpose. Okay. You can just take this much part and display. Right. So print screen, it will take time, but I'm not saying that it will not take time. It will take little time, but we can't help it. You have to do it. Right. So this way, first menu done, then second menu may I come down to my statistics menu, choice one ko beshak you want to keep shown in your output, you can do that. So you know that choice one pay you're working, and this is the output of transpose. Followed by the next one. Index या key जो भी है उसके अंदर whatever it is. ठीक है? So like this you'll go displaying the outputs one by one. Am I clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this you keep on doing. Try to finish up as much as possible tomorrow. I'll share the code with you, which will make life simpler. Okay. And try to finish at the earliest. No point keeping it pending. Okay. You can definitely ping me if you get stuck somewhere. Fine. Acha, one and very, very important factor, you should keep your CSV file at a convenient location. Do not keep it at documents folder ke andar, users desktop and this and that. Keep it at a very, very convenient position, number one. And yes, one more point I forgot. That is when you are mentioning the path, okay, your path will have double backslash instead of one. So like if I want to mention here, there's a folder and folder one ke andar I've done it, like project karke folder hai, uske andar I'm doing it. So double slash. When we mention the path, we always write single slash, but here we mention it as double backslashes. Okay. Index.
Ma'am, what if the folder is in the desktop, ma'am?
Yeah, I am asking you to avoid it. If it is on the desktop,
Okay.
then what you have to do is you have to go right click on that folder and take the entire path, because desktop is not a direct path, na? C colon ke andar jaake, then it is a desktop ka path. So preferably
Okay, ma'am.
keep it in the drive directly. So this path becomes easy for you to access, right? And purpose of this index underscore call is that which column of your CSV you want to convert into index. 0, you can give it in terms of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 also, or you can give it in terms of your name also. Like here I'm saying state, this is my column 0, column 1, column 2, like that. So I want this as my index of the data frame. So I've mentioned index underscore call is equal to 0. I could have given the name also, no problem with that. Okay. This part is important. If you design this correctly and your data frames comes to you successfully, then the rest of the things will work, because all those commands you've already done. right? It is only here. I think the major issue which you face is the indent. If there's any small problem, I mean, space indent issue, the program doesn't execute. That is why menu by menu karo, so that you don't have problem. Okay, do it menu by menu. You will not have issues. Fine.